Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm excited to play on all of the Terra 9 variants. This is a new track that has come to Asphalt 8 in the past couple of months, but unfortunately I never got a chance to play on it before now, as in the past update I was unable to log into my Microsoft account in Asphalt 8, and it wouldn't let me log in with Facebook because I wasn't using my real name on there. It was just a big mess, but thankfully in the most recent update to the game, they have made it so you can log in with your Microsoft account again, so I can now play Asphalt 8 again if I want to, and they have added all the variants of Terra 9 to Quick Race. So that is what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be playing on them with a variety of cars, including the Mustang and the Apollo IE, and just some ones that are memorable to me. I tried to find this track in multiplayer, but it was difficult to find hardly anybody in multiplayer since it just so happens that currently there is no multiplayer season going on. It's the free race time in between seasons. So that, and also the fact that Asphalt 8 is just sort of dying, made it so that it was sort of difficult to find people. But we have Quick Race now for this track, and I'm very thankful for that because, wow, I really like this track. If there has been one thing good about Asphalt 8 since I left the game almost 2 years ago at this point, it's that the tracks are very cool. We had the space track and now this one, which is set in a sort of futuristic city environment. It reminds me a lot of Sector 8 just because a lot of it is somewhat technical, like you have the turns that turn you on your side at some point. I know the lunar one had it too, but simply the fact that it's so futuristic also reminds me of Sector 8. It's kind of like a combination of Sector 8 and Munich in a way because it's in the same kind of larger city, and I thoroughly enjoyed playing on it. I really like the fact that it has tons of different ways you can go. Not right here, this section, you just go on the loop-de-loop, but in the city, there's so many different ways, and that's one thing that I've always really enjoyed seeing in tracks in Asphalt games, and Asphalt 8 used to not have a ton of that, and Asphalt 9 had more, but now we seem to have gotten some Asphalt 9-ish tracks inside of Asphalt 8. The fact that there is just more ways you can go a lot of the time, and that a lot of them seem to be more set up for wall riding, which I've always thought was very interesting because not a lot of the Asphalt 8 tracks from before were set up for that, but ever since Transylvania, the new tracks since then have had sections where it might be faster to just wall ride than to do almost anything else. Now, because I really wanted to put in this video just me driving on the tracks for the first time, which is what you are seeing here, I didn't really do a whole lot of research into like best routes and things like that, so this is just me trying the track for the first time, and for some reason that ramp basically shoved my car up against a non-existent wall. I have no idea why, but it was fun just to come back to Asphalt 8 and see some things that I missed with glitches and all. Now, again, I don't plan to come back to this game to stay or anything like that at this point, but now that I can play it again, I'll at least be able to make some videos about things that I haven't been able to cover for a while. Like, I plan to make another video about the Gauntlet mode, which has been in the game for a little while, but again, after the time when I couldn't really play the game. So I'm definitely going to do that because it looks really cool. I've played a couple of races in it, and it definitely looks like the one where I would have to put on boosters for, and I have like one free 3-hour thing of each of the boosters left. So I'm definitely going to do that sometime soon. Perhaps have another multiplayer video or two with the car that I promised to test a long time ago, because, and I can't really believe I'm saying this, but playing Asphalt 8 is almost like a breather from Asphalt 9 at this point, which is extremely weird to say, but it's pretty much the truth. In Asphalt 9, there have been so many just really crazy expensive special events and things like that recently, with the DS3, in my opinion, being the worst special event in Asphalt history. And yes, I'm definitely going to make a video about it, sort of a rant video, even though I call it that. I don't really do rants in them because I don't feel like that's very productive for anybody involved, but I'm definitely going to make a video about that. But yeah, just in the midst of all of that, grinding and everything, coming back to Asphalt 8 to test these tracks a little bit was a nice change of pace for a little while. So the first variant we tested was called Cloudtop Avenue, and now we are on to Metal Garden with the BMW M2. I had been told that the variants of this track had been added to Quick Race in this update, but when I was looking for them, I only found 2 at first, but then I scrolled all the way down to the bottom and I found 2 more, and the reason for that is because 2 of them are going one way, and then 2 of them are going the reverse of that way. You know, in the Quick Race, all of the normal ways to go on the tracks are first, then all of the reverses are after those. So yeah, if you're looking for these in Quick Race and you can't find them all right next to each other, that's why 2 are toward the middle and 2 are toward the end. The first 2 variants in this video are the first 2 in the Quick Race, so I can only assume that this is the normal direction of driving on this track. You know, one thing that has really saddened me recently is that Asphalt 9 has pretty much become just as pay-to-win as, if not more, than Asphalt 8 in its last couple of years. What took Asphalt 8 5 years to do has taken Asphalt 9, like, 2. This is basically what I had predicted would happen, and unfortunately it has come true. I mean, Asphalt 8 is pretty much giving away the Devo and other cars in their festival, and it's like 2,000 tokens to get the premium pass in the Devo festival, and I'm sure with Asphalt 9, with the Devo, we're going to get some kind of super long special event where you don't even win the car in the event, and you get like 2/3 of the blueprints, and you have to spend another several thousand tokens to even unlock it, so definitely not as laid back. And now with the 675 LT, we're on Gearshift Greenway, and finally we'll end off with the Apollo IE on Neon Pursuit. With Asphalt 8 and 9, it almost seems like things have switched. Asphalt 8 has become somewhat less pay to win, at least a little bit in the festivals, because in some of the festivals, I've been able to win the car, like, not even trying to win the car in the festival. Like, with the Formula E car, I don't remember what I was doing in Asphalt 8 at the time, but I was playing a few of the other races, and I just ended up accidentally winning the Formula E car when I wasn't even intentionally doing any of the quests to get the festival coins. It was just at a very low tier, and I got it through that. And I haven't really done anything with it because I really don't agree with what multiplayer has become in Asphalt 8. And it's just really hard to get back into something that was the core of your channel, what built it for a long time, like with the multiplayer tunes and everything, and seeing that specific part of the game just go down in flames pretty much. Now it just seems not as interesting as it was before. And I've talked about this in previous Asphalt 8 videos, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail in it again, but basically it just reminds me of all the fun and the good times that I used to have in Asphalt 8 with the multiplayer, and given that it just feels so bland now, it just sort of leaves a bad taste in my mouth whenever I play it, so it's hard to get back into it, if that makes sense. But for whatever reason, some people have accused me of betraying the Asphalt 8 community by quitting the game, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because before that I had promoted multiple petitions and put in a lot of effort to get them to Gameloft, to get Gameloft to hear what the community had to say. And the last one was the largest petition in Asphalt 8 history by double of anything from before, getting over 3,000 signatures, but Gameloft did not listen to it in the slightest. And so at that point, I knew there was no point in just continually investing in this game that was just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And the worst part was just that Gameloft wasn't listening to anything people were having to say. At least in Asphalt 9, they're still doing that. And also, Asphalt 9 was just getting started, so it made a lot more sense to me to focus more of my efforts into a brand new and cool game that I really enjoyed, rather than a dying game that I just wasn't enjoying much anymore. And I do believe I made the right decision. I think taking that long break from Asphalt 8 has definitely made me appreciate it a little bit more after coming back to it to try a few things. And it allowed me to focus all my efforts on Asphalt 9, which allowed me to get to where I am in that game today, since still to this date, I've not spent a single cent on either game. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt and other games content. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!